NRW honestly was one of my favorite places to work. At the beginning, Skag Rollins gave me the phone call and said, "Hey, haven't seen you in person. I've heard a lot about you. Derek Drexel recommended that I bring you in. Can you come down and check this out and let me see some of your stuff?" So at the Gresham Rec Center, I went down there just to talk with him and stuff like that, and he wanted to see the Freebird walk and the Freebird strut, my entrance. So impromptu in street clothes, no ring, no nothing, just went out there and set 2 chairs up to be the ring corner post, and did my entire entrance for him. He fell in love with it, and I was booked on every show after that.
And you lasted with him from start to finish?
From start to finish. The only show I missed was one, and that was because I took my kids to Disneyland.
Got some more action again. One of our guests from Utah tonight. There he is. This man, he calls himself the first-person shooter. From what I've heard, he's more experienced with tag teaming. He may have a bit of a challenge tonight.
Well, I personally know Erik Hanson, as you know, and I know what Erik is capable of, and this young man here has his hands full.
Ladies and gentlemen, please bring this time from San Francisco, weighing 210 pounds, Vincent Black.
He's called Mr. Sexy. He's called the first-person shooter. You have to admit, he gets a win tonight. That's going to be a huge feather in his cap and a great way to start his Portland career.
Oh, that is very true. But I'm going to tell you, this man here, he better make sure that he watches some tape on Erik Hanson to understand what he's getting ready to get himself into.
No doubt, Erik Hanson, I'd say he's one of the biggest egotists in the area, always has to have the attention to himself, but his in-ring game, you cannot doubt. He's been around a long time. He's faced just about everybody. He's a true old schooler in every sense of the word. He trains to be ready for just about anything that gets thrown at him.
That's exactly right. I've seen him in some of the most brutal matches around, and at the same time, I've seen matches where it's been purely technical.
A great all-arounder. You don't always see those anymore. Trying to get the fans' attention, get their approval like he has been. It makes you wonder how well Hanson is prepared for this match. A man like Vincent Black, he's not from around here, so Hanson can't have seen him very often. I don't think there's a whole lot of footage of him on the internet right now. So Hanson,
look at him playing to the fans now. Gonna throw out his Mardi Gras beads.
As long as he doesn't lift up his shirt. And you have to wonder, I mean, you know all about this, Lovejoy, you were there. You have to wonder if referee Devin Dawson there, if he isn't a little biased and if he can possibly call things right down the middle. He and Erik Hanson have a bit of a pass too.
Yes, they do. And if he doesn't call it down the middle, he will definitely call it on the opposite side of Erik Hanson. That is for sure. But if he does that, I have a feeling you may see the other side of Erik Hanson come out and take care of him once and for all.
That is true. Erik Hanson hasn't always been the nice guy he's trying to portray now. He can be brutal when he wants to be. Referee checking Vince's symbols right there. Oh, come on, Devin, he just wants you to play with his controller.
I'm surprised he didn't do it.
I see the controller. I wonder where the joystick is.
We don't need to know that, Mr. Tibbs.
Now we have the collar and elbow tie-up. Hanson getting in right away with a headlock.
And Erik Hanson, he's not a very tall guy, but those arms, when you get locked in there, it hurts.
That is certainly true. I've seen situations where he had a headlock on somebody. That person had to try 5 different ways before they figured out how to get out of it. It's a lot of strength there. And Erik Hanson is very accomplished. I hate to admit it, but he's very accomplished in old school chain wrestling, something you don't see every day anymore. Being able to wrestle with a strategy and with technical moves.
He's always trying to think three moves ahead of his opponent.
Vincent Black there looks like he's going to try to weaken that arm and shoulder. Nice drop toe hold though by Hanson.
Like I said, for a guy that looks like he's a brawler, he can wrestle right by the book.
Well, again, that's what I call old school. Once upon a time, you couldn't tell what somebody was going to do based on their looks. That's part of the TV era for you.
Yeah, everything they want it to be all flashy.
Nice takedown there by Vincent. Went for a 2 count though. That was real early for a pinfall attempt. Going right back to that shoulder with a huge leg drop. And now there's a little bit of a different hold than I'm used to. Definitely applying the pressure to the elbow though. It looks effective.
And it would also be stretching out your bicep and your tricep all at the same time. He's trying to weaken that arm so Hanson can't use it later on in the match.
Since Hanson's been back, I haven't seen him with somebody who could trade technical move for move like this. And then goes for another pinfall. Almost got a 3. Can't believe how effective Vincent looks right now. Hanson's on his back and seems to be in a state of a disadvantage here.
Well, did you see that? I was shocked. He pushed him off after a count of 4, and he pushed him off. I've never seen a referee do that before.
Devin Dawson trying to show a little authority there.
And once again, right back to the arm. And this is what most guys don't do these days. He's weakened the area, and he's going to stay on it. And that's what I teach my guys to do. When you find the weak spot, you just continue to make it weaker and weaker and weaker.
And like I said, since he's been back here, Erik Hanson has not been against a man that attacked him with this kind of technical thing. This is more like what Erik would do to the other guy.
Exactly.
So maybe Erik's a little bit taken off his guard here, not expecting a technical matchup. Going for another pinfall. That's the 3rd 2 count that Vincent Black has had in this match.
How much is he really doing to that arm? He must be causing a lot of pain because Hanson definitely seems to be distracted.
Well, could be. He just wasn't expecting this. I mean, Vincent Black is really not your classic wrestling body there. Hard to tell what kind of attack he's going to have. Maybe Hanson was expecting more of a brawler type or something based on the build.
That could be. Once again, maybe he didn't do his homework the way he should have.
But we don't want to count him out. I hate to admit it, but Erik Hanson is versatile. Like that huge side slam there.
But look, he can't get up and get another hold because of that arm.
Trying to take a moment to get some feeling back in that arm.
And right back to the arm he goes.
That is excellent technique there. I can see why he's called the first-person shooter.
But see, if you're going to do that, you don't do it when the referee is right there in front of you. You've got to understand when you can do that and when you can't.
Yeah, the referee might make him break his hold for that. Now see, some of this is totally unnecessary while he's got Erik Hanson locked in a move like that. He's just threatening to, well, make Erik mad, and that's a situation you don't want.
No.
We were mentioning that with Bad Blood earlier. Hanson's the same way. You make him mad, he's gonna start doing things that you don't want him doing to you. Nice reversal. Now Hanson is working on on Reyes' arm, or not Reyes, I'm sorry, Vincent Black.
You can see that arm is still bothering Hanson.
At this point, you have to wonder how much torque Hanson can put on with that arm, with any kind of move. But there's a move that doesn't need it.
That's right.
Off the ropes. Elbow right across the throat, it looked like.
Look how lackadaisical he was. And once again, as we talked about in the first match, they're not taking the leg and getting a hold of it.
I find it interesting tonight how many pinfall attempts we're seeing, though. Seems like every wrestler is out here to win, and he's taking every opportunity he has. It's not always the case out here. Maybe because we have so many guests tonight from Utah, folks aren't so used to each other, so they're not so sure how much the other guy can take. Oh, and Devin Dawson distracted. Vincent Black using the ropes to weaken that arm further.
See right now, he needs to stay on him. He's taking his time with him. When you get Erik Hanson down, you better take advantage of it while you can, because if not, he will definitely take advantage of you. Like right there.
Tried for a big pile driver, but Hanson backdropped him off.
Hanson looks like he's getting ready to get it going. Oh, that's going to be the match right there.
And I can't believe it's over.
When he hits that move on somebody, it's game, set, match, Mr. Hanson.
It is amazing. Vincent Black was on top of most of this match, but like we said, you give Erik Hanson a chance, he'll take it and he'll put you out. I don't like him, but I have to respect his ability.